Hey everybody, thanks again for stopping by my shop. My name is Chuck, and as you saw in the beginning of this video, I had a little bit of different channel art. Been working with Quinn Berry on a new logo for my channel, and be interested to see what you guys think. There's 3 letters there: OSB for outside screwball, there's CB for Chuck Bomberito, there's a scale there for, I'll leave that up to your guys' imagination. Depends how hard you look at that logo. And I also have Quinn working on a second one also. So just time of change, maybe some t-shirts and hats and stickers, maybe join the crowd. We'll see. So with that said, today's video, depending upon where you're at and where you're watching, it usually releases about 11:30 at midnight here on Monday. I have a 6-jaw buck adjusted true chuck that I purchased that didn't have top jaws, and I found 2 sets of 3-jaw top jaws, and I'm looking at retrofitting those so they'll fit on the 6-jaw. So hope you enjoy, and it's going to be a 2-part. Just ran out of time, and stick around. There's something for you at the very end of this video. And there went my lights behind you. I don't know if that showed up or not. All right, hope you enjoy the video, and well, of course, as always, we'll catch you next Screwy Tuesday. Well, what you see here is a 6-jaw buck chuck, and it's missing a couple of the jaws here because I haven't pulled out at the moment. And when I bought this chuck, it's an LOO mount, which fits my closing, and I was pretty pumped. Paid $250 for it, and I thought I got me a screaming deal. Well, then I went to go try to buy top jaws for this guy, $500, and I just didn't want to invest that money into it. So I started, of course, searching Fleabay and Craigslist, and actually wrote a few jaw manufacturers, and this buck chuck, if you notice, it's got, I call it a tit up. Well, American Standard jaws are the reverse. And so I sent photos of these jaws here with dimensions to a couple of people that sell jaws, and they kept trying to sell me American type jaws, which don't fit. So it was always on my goal list to maybe machine some aluminum jaws for it, or just maybe spin it, or of course I could use it just like it is and just use these jaws. So I had a lot of thought about it, and it's been sitting. Well, the other day I went to a tooling dealer, and since I had the dimensions on my phone, I was fortunate enough to pick up a set of top jaws, and these fit on here. Okay, well, you look at it and you go, hey, there's only 3. Well, I got 6. I bought 2 sets of top jaws that were sitting there random in a pile of jaws for $30. So happy camper there. Well, right now, if I put all the top jaws on and they fit, I get about 1.25 inches is the smallest diameter it'll close to. Of course, if I had the actual jaws, possibly it would the actual jaws that fit a 6-jaw, maybe they go closer. And so what I have done here is I have mounted, and hopefully this will come up for you. So here you can see the one of these jaws right here with the top jaw mounted on top of it, and you can see that there's quite a difference here. So I'm going to machine these down so that I hold the same clearance that's right here when I come across at the 30-degree angle. Let's see, we got it right here. when I come across at the 30-degree angle, I will keep the same distance from here to here as what's here to here. So it won't close all the way down. I think I'll maybe get down to an inch, maybe a little better. But it's going to make it a nice functional chuck for me. So I'm kind of excited about that. I want a little shout out to Robin Rossetti. I sent him some photos and talked to him about it, about setup and things, and he helped me out. And it's really great to have these experienced machinists as part of the YouTube group to help fledglings like myself. So let me move over and I'll show you another setup. So that's the front jaw. Let's see, hang on a second here. What did I do here? So that's the jaw that way, and that's the jaw the other way, to show you that the difference that I need to machine. So let me move the camera and we'll look at a setup. So just figuring out exactly how much I can take off of the jaw. I have it sitting on a little mag block here, 30-degree plate that's on the mag, and then I've got the part set at 30 degrees because that's what I'm going to be cutting here. It's an included 60-degree angle. And so with the height set, found out top of height, top of pin, gave me the distance, said I want to keep 130 thousandths here, and I understand that I got to cut 130 thousandths is what I'll end up setting the mag sign. The sign plate on the mag will be up at 30 degrees so I can peel these guys off. So we'll go over and look at that setup. Okay, we're just over here on the bench. So my magnetic sign plate, I haven't raised it to 30 degrees yet, but I'll put a parallel here against the fence. These are taller than the fence, but I want everything to stay the same. So I'll have a parallel there, bump these guys to the fence, raise it to 30 degrees, and then buzz these off, and I can just turn them over, buzz the other side, flip it around, and do the same thing. So got a little bit of grinding ahead. We'll show you some little bit of grinding action. We're not going to spend a lot of time watching the grinder go back and forth, but we'll knock it out. Okay, I've already ground 3 of the jaws here. I'm getting set up to do the next 3. And then I still have to do the back sides of the jaws also. But kind of give you an idea what they look like. So let me get the grinder set up, and we'll do show just a little grinding. Okay, got the grinder running here. I've got a see, where is it? There it is. Look at the dial indicator up here to keep track of where I'm heading down. It's going to take out 130 thousandths. Got a damp towel hanging here at the far side, and plan on taking about 5 thousandths to pass. So we'll get started here. Get a little juice going. And off to the races. So I'm not going to bore you with grinding, but that's basically what it's all about. Catch you a little later. Okay, that's a 3/4 inch shaft, so it'll hold just below a 3/4 inch. Yes, I'm hitting the camera. It will hold just a little less than 3/4 of an inch with the jaws ground like that. Prior to grinding the jaws, just putting the jaws on, it was 1.25 inches. So pretty successful, really happy with it. Now I got to grind the back sides so that they can be turned around, and then get it on the lathe and grind the jaws to get them concentric. But real happy with how it turned out so far. For $30, can't beat that. Okay, all the jaws, both sides, inside and outside, or front and back, or however you want to call them, are all ground. And with the shorter side in, I can hold, this shaft is 653, and you can see it just almost fits in there. So somewhere just under 700 thousandths. So going to bolt them down. And well, first I'm going to go in, I'm going to clean off the tops of these guys. Get them all the same height, just while I'm at it, clean them up. And then we'll get them all bolted in and get it on the lathe. Well, I was getting ready to dust off these tops, and I hadn't really noticed it before, but now I do. I got about 9 thousandths difference between the height of these two jaws, and I think you might be able to see it there. I got 40 thousandths between the top of here. So, and looks like about the same there, about 40. So I need to match all these faces the same, and then I may have to go in and grind all these faces once it's on the lathe to get them all concentric. So more work on them. They're two different jaw manufacturers. One has numbers stamped underneath it, and one doesn't. So that's probably part of the reason that they're a little bit different. Okay, the chuck's mounted, and I don't know that I've ever even used this chuck, but it's an adjusted true, and it's out about 10 thousandths right now. So, and without the jaws on it, so using the inside jaws. So we'll get that set to 0, and then install the top jaws. Well, got it adjusted. It's moving just a tick. That's close enough for me. So we'll get the jaws on it now and see what we have. Okay, with the master jaws set at 0, and now I've just put in 3 jaws only to see what I was getting, and with that I'm getting about 14 thousandths run out, which of course that can be adjusted out. But now what I want to do is I'm going to keep everything the same, take these jaws off, put the other jaws on, and see if it matches the same run out, same settings and everything. So let me do another setup. Okay, the second set of jaws are in, and you can see it doesn't go to 0, and it's only got about just under 5 thousandths of run out. So definitely gonna have to get all 6 jaws in there and grind the jaws. And I guess leave the masters on. I have to figure that one out. What do I move? Leave the master on at 0 and grind the jaws to the masters that are in there, I guess. I have to think about this one. Okay, I got everything set up to start grinding the jaws. I've got a internal ring that's the jaws are being clamped down on, and I can get grinding. Won't be able to finish it up today, so looks like it'll be on the next Screwy Tuesday for part 2. Thanks for watching. Okay, if you made it to the end of this video, I got one more treat for you I want to share with you. My buddy Howie here says you should get the treat. So, free magazine, Cutting Tool Engineering. It's a free magazine, a lot of good articles in it, and I'll put the link. You can either mail in or you can do it on the internet. All right, so here's a nice freebie. Start your reading. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sit down. Sit down. Come over here. Come over here. No, over here. Come over here. Over here. Come here. Bring your toy. Bring your toy. Hit your head. Turn around. Turn around. Come here. Come here. There you go. Sit. 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 Okay, if you guys made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it, and I got one more treat for you. Sit down. Sit down. You're messing up my video. Sit down. Turn around. Turn around. Sit down. Sit. 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 There you go.